This video introduces a new system that could be implemented in the city of Utrecht. In the current situation, the heat is supplied by the conventional heat grid. The heat is produced by the power plants and supplied to the houses through a single grid. Both good and poorly isolated houses are connected, which is shown by the dark and light blue roof colors. The production and consumption are shown by the orange and yellow color. Although this system provided sustainable solutions in the past, it no longer meets the requirements of today. There is also no connection between the residents and the heat system. And so we like to present to you Hart Verwarming, an innovative solution that adapts to the current situation and needs. First of all, this system provides two separate grids with either a high or low temperature. This way we can use each source more efficient. But more important is the ability to exchange and store. During the year we can get all the heat we need, but to use this whenever we need is very challenging. With a combination of two grids, an underground storage and multifunctional substation, we counter this challenge. The substation is capable of regulating the temperature between the system itself and the many sources that are connected to it. This is necessary because a fixed temperature is needed on both grids in order to regulate the storage and consumption. At the same time, the substation can exchange from one grid to another to buffer each other on high and low peak demands. This flexibility gives the opportunity to allow as much fluctuation in heat from the source as possible. If we deploy the new system in the city, it looks as follows. The power plant can be removed, and the space needs to be made within the city to make room for a multifunctional substation. An underground seasonal storage is installed and several potential heat sources are made accessible for the new grid. The new grid is equipped with a double pipe system for both low and high temperatures. All the sources in the city can now be connected to the grid and regulated by the substation. The substation is the heart of the system, where the heat got exchanged and controlled. For this reason, the substation is the heart of the system, as the concept name implies. Heat is no longer a product from only one big source, it's becoming everyone's product. This development can be used to bring users and producers together. The data of each production can be made public to show everyone's contribution. The substation will show the residents their valuable product, giving it a more prominent role in the city. PVT panels play an important role in the system. They can be very close to the consumers and provide their heat directly, bypassing the grid. This way, the losses are kept to a minimum. However, during periods of low demands, they will fuel the grid, where it can be either used somewhere else or stored away. A booster heat pump is used to provide the houses with domestic hot water, pumping the temperatures up to 70 degrees. By increasing the temperature at the end of the line, the losses are reduced, since distribution is done at a much lower temperature. Sewers are generally at a temperature of 23 degrees. This is due to drain of washing machines, dishwashers and showers. Data centers produce a lot of heat. A general data center that uses 500 kilowatts of electricity can produce the heat for approximately 150 houses. Many facilities in the city need to cool their products. Supermarkets that cool or freeze the food and warehouses in which goods are stored in low temperature areas. Even bakeries where the dough is stored in freezers can be connected. All the heat extracted from these spaces could be used. Hydrogen produced by electricity is only a solution for storing surplus electricity. The hydrogen can be burned later on when there is a higher demand on the grid. When sewage water is purified in a water treatment, sludge is sedimented from the water. This sludge is digested to produce biogas. This gas is used in a combined heat and power system to generate both heat and electricity. The heat can then be given to the grid. The bioplant can keep contributing to the new grid like it did to the old one. There doesn't need to be any changes since the substation is capable of regulating the heat. The storage is done on a long and short term. The seasonal storage covers the long term, capable of storing the heat that is obtained during the summer. This can be done by either an aquifer thermal storage or a large underground storage tank. The smaller daily storage can be applied to the houses to give them a buffer in case of excess solar heat or electricity production. These storages uses phase-changing material to store the heat in a denser area to increase the storage capacity. If in the future the houses become better insulated and there is no longer a need for a high temperature grid, the system can be easily transferred to a low temperature only system, which makes it adaptable for the future.